So you want to make money by doing nothing, right? Well, look no further than the forge. If you use the forge right and forge the right items, you can make tens of millions of coins a day. And I'll be showing you how to do that in today's video. I'll be showing you the best items to forge so you can get as much money as possible, and I'll also show you how to forge items quicker and easier. Now keep in mind, a couple of these items are going to have a Heart of the Mountain level requirement, so if you don't have that, then you're going to have to go and grind Heart of the Mountain levels, I guess. But to those who don't, well, you're in luck. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first couple of items are kind of simple. It's just refined umber, tungsten, titanium, and mithril. So you find these in the refining section, and you just put enchanted regular ores, and you wait a little bit, and they come out, and they're in the refined versions. So let's take umber for example. One refined umber is 2.3 million coins, and it costs 160 enchanted umber to make, and the default duration it takes is 1 hour to forge. Now, if we go to the bazaar and we look at the buy prices for enchanted umber, 160 of them only cost 1.8 million coins. So in total, you put in 1.8 million coins, and as of right now, you'll get out 2.3 million coins, which will make you about 500,000 per refined umber each. Yeah. And you have 7 forge slots, so you could times that by 7, and you'll make around 3.5 to 4 million coins an hour just by, putting in the orders and putting the umber in there and just waiting an hour, you'll get money just by doing so. And keep in mind the prices can vary a little bit. So one moment they might be more expensive, one moment umber might be cheaper. So just keep that in mind. Now next, you could choose to forge any type of drills, but the ones that people buy the most are usually the titanium drills. So titanium drills, they go up to the best drill in the game, the Devon's drill, and so basically the recipe to make it, you just put in refined titanium mithril drill motor, fuel canister, and 6 golden plates. You could also just buy the base version, which is the RX355, and upgrade it from there. And if you go all the way up until the end, you could see on the bottom right here, the lowest bin for a clean DRX 655 is around 360 million coins, and it only costs about 165 million coins just to forge it. So if you forge all the materials yourself, you'll make around 200 million coins from, you know, one of these drills that you didn't buy them from the auction house, or you didn't like bazaar buy any of the items that need forging. You forge them all yourself. So that's another one that you could forge as well. Now, what I would recommend is you would just buy the base titanium drill, and for the rest of the items that don't need forging, like plasma and like the gemstones and the corleonite, you should buy those off the auction house. But for the rest of the items, you could buy, refined mithril. You could just buy enchanted mithril and go back and forge it back in here. So that would be my recommendation for forging drills. Finally, you're going to want to forge beacons as well. Beacons, they're a pretty straightforward item. So first, for the first tier of beacon, it only costs, some enchanted mithril, some starfall, and some glass. It's around 1 million coins on the auction house. Like, you could start off just buying it there if you wanted to, because if you don't have mithril 9, then like mithril collection 9, then you won't be able to craft it. But for the beacons, all they require, you just put in refined mithril, and for the later tiers, they require some plasma. So you could just put in a bunch of refined mithril for like a couple of hours, and you could forge it into a beacon, and all the way up until a tier 5 beacon, you'll make around 40 million coins profit. So beacons are also a good choice as well. Like everyone needs a beacon in their island because it just gives permanent buffs. So they're pretty good demand, and they make pretty good money. So a couple of things, or really one thing that you could get to make your forge times quicker is the quick forge buff. I think you need Heart of the Mountain 3 or 4 to get this perk. You might even be able to get it as early as Heart of the Mountain 2, but let's be honest, who's going to be like forging that many items at Heart of the Mountain 2? So up until max level, it'll decrease the total time it takes to forge by 30%. I know it says 10.5% here, but the final tier bumps it up by a whole 10%. So it'll help you, forge times will only be 70% of what they regularly are. And yeah, it's a pretty good perk to have if you want to make more money by forging. Now, there is another way to get faster forge times, but that's only when there's a specific mayor in office, which is Mayor Cole. He reduces the times it takes a forge by 25%, but I'm pretty sure we had a Cole just recently, and for some reason, Cole really takes a while to get into office. He takes his sweet time, but who knows? The mayor elections right here open in 6 hours. He might have his one perk, which is good, which is the mining fiesta perk, and on top of that, he might have the quicker forge times too, which will, give you faster forges. And it does stack with the quick forge perk, by the way. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, then please subscribe and like. It helps me out a lot. And I hope this guide helps you out, and I hope you have a good day.